I doubt it.
I wouldn't give like 15 return shots when the race is that much.
And so one reason that Neil cannot double this is because he does not lose his market against Carroll back nearly as
No,
much.
he just did.
He did. Well, he might have. I mean, honestly, if she rolls double fours here, she's probably still taking, and that's my point. Is she's a taker, and he knows that. He's played against her for years, so he shouldn't double something like that. That's so marginal anyway against her. And I think he usually thinks about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying with that hit, you go from a 50-50 in the race to a favor.
So Carol should just run her back checker and drop the cube and not use any more clock time.
She knows.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Neil is to think, oh, am I too good?
Right.
What do I have any market losers? Interesting, right?
Yeah, he definitely has.
So market gainers is effectively what it is, right?
I think he's actually saying to Carol, what are you waiting for? Yeah, let's play.
Yeah,
Thank you, Art.
If you're gonna make your board like that, maybe you're gonna take.
Well, I mean, that is a consideration. But she knows she's way down in the race. I mean, she has to realize. I think she was just trying to squeak out some way of winning, and she can't here. Yeah, exactly.
There's no use waiting.
Although actually, he may be too good here. I mean, she rolled 8, and he rolled 24, so that means he's ahead by 21, and he doesn't have any bad numbers.
Yeah.
She might roll double 6 though, and so then you have to factor that in, obviously. But again, Carol is a taker. I mean, if she miscounts this race by 10 or something, she very well might take this.
She's been rolling very well this weekend. I'll say that.
All right, she passed 1-1.
So
And she went by
there's no
me
use
without
keeping that
breathing
check on
hard.
the 20.
Right, because you're supposed to pass.
You're just like
The only thing you could do is make it too good to double, because there's no way Neil,
right.
he's not risking anything. Right. Yeah, so she should have moved it. So Neil's gonna play 2-1 slot, pretty common. I'm sure Carol sees this play all the time, so she's not gonna have any trouble, especially if she rolls 6-4.
Nicely played. You got some audio over there.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep the audio in.
Are you commenting?
Yeah. Come on in.
I'm not.
So 4-2 for Carol looks clear to me. We're making the 4-point. Your opponent has 3 checkers back. You're hoping he doesn't anchor, and you're just playing like something of a blitzing game or against a holding game. Your opponent's going to get into a holding game most of the time. 3-1. Yeah, this makes sense, I think. Play safe. 6-3. All right, so Neil's definitely pushing backwards. I would have considered splitting from the back just because we don't want to play any kind of 1-5 game, but I think hitting makes sense. You got an opinion, Carrie? Or was it just clearly right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that immediately.
Yeah, for sure.
I said boom, right? You know, like,
Hold versus safe.
because he's got 2 anchors back there.
Oh, Carol found a cracking number. There's only one play though here. You got to slot the 7.
Point, right?
Nothing to think about is there.
Right.
I guess you could go to the 2.
He really doesn't want to give up the 5-point. I don't think he can hit here.
Don't think he makes the buck.
It's a 3-2.
Oh, 3-2. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I actually would make the back. I think.
The 3 down, 2 big 4-point. I think.
This is my play.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, because you're on defense. You're not on offense.
Oh,
You don't
yeah,
mind
that's
getting
right,
hit
yeah.
again. And this
I didn't see
the
that.
4-point's really strong though too. But this, yeah, I think this makes more
But
sense.
look at this. It doesn't matter, right? You got 2 points, right?
2-6.
You got the timing.
Now, what he really needs to do is get checkers to the front. If you're playing any kind of back game, you really want to get checkers to your forward most anchor, and then the next most important thing, or often the more important thing, is to get a point on the opposite side of your opponent's prime. That way, you always can connect your spare checkers and get them back out into play. So here, I'm not sure. This 2-1 could be up because if he rolls something like double 3. he's in trouble. Now this actually is okay because he created an extra 3.
Well, does he have the timing right now?
Yeah, he can as long as he starts pulling checkers out.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got to start bringing checkers out, but he can't give up the 5 point because she'd
Oh, yeah,
make
you
a
come
great
off the 2
prime.
maybe, right?
Right? Yeah, come off the 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He'd love, and maybe even he's gonna come off the 3 here, but
Yeah.
I don't. Oh man, I don't
Or
know.
you'd rather go into a 2-5, probably not.
The
So he's
2-5
gotta
is
keep
really
the 2 or
bad.
3.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
right. So he's in good
He
shape to
he
come off the
can't
front.
he can't run off the front. You cannot give up your front anchor in this situation. This makes sense. I didn't even see it. You're gonna create more timing a lot of the time. I like this.
She's just helping.
Yeah, although I think she's supposed to.
She has to hit him.
Yeah, she can't let him make the prime.
He's got a few bad numbers here. Needs a 3.
So as many of you know, Neil is the all-time ABC point leader.
Yes, he is.
Carol also is quite high in that list. She's been playing for 30 years and goes to most of the tournaments every year. I think Neil will probably top out the Larson Silman rating after this cash. He's very high in the list. I think 6th. So he'll probably become number 1 in both ratings, which I don't think has been done before, because it would have had to have been Neil or Ray to do that. So what does Carol do here? I think the 3 has to be down, right? There's no other 3. We can't. I don't think we break the 7. And then the 5.
Breaking the 7 wouldn't be the worst, but that's a tough point to clear.
Yeah, but you can't do it cleanly.
No.
If you could, I would agree. I guess you put a checker on the ace. I'm not excited about it, but
She was.
yeah, it's true.
Is that a 3-6 out? Nice.
All right. Wash. So 5-2 here is, I think, clear. We hit, and
Seriously?
we may not make the 8s, but we absolutely hit. Because we want him to crack. And there are numbers. I mean, double 3 didn't crack, but it brought him off the 2 point. Double 2 cracked, unless he wanted to give up the 3, which maybe he would. But you just want to, because his home board position is so frail, you're trying to just create bad numbers so that he can't win this when he hits the inevitable shot. I mean, he's going to get a shot. He's almost certainly going to hit a shot. You don't want him to have a board. And actually, I think this makes sense. I mean, I think he might have to play forward here. I'm going to put it in really quick because I'm curious. No. XG did not like the hit. XG mobile. Could be wrong. 1-3.
I thought she maybe should have hit off the 5 instead of
Oh yes, I
She
think
hit-
I'm
it
hitting
seems
off
clear,
the 5.
right? She hit in the outfield.
No, outfield's clear.
Is it? Oh.
You convinced me, but nope, outfield's clear.
Okay.
All right, so what's going on here? So Carol actually, I guess Neil is just gonna have to play forward. That's his plan. He wants to hit and just try to get these checkers out.
Hit 1 and cover. Can't.
Yeah, you can't cover. I'm surprised he's not bringing another checker out. No, I guess you really want the 5 point back if this goes wrong.
No, you gotta come out.
Yeah, you think come out with both?
You suffered a lot of bad doubles.
So 3-1. Huh.
What would DT do in a situation like this?
I think I just play the outside. I know I'm not DT, but
Now you come this way.
Yeah, you gotta hit, otherwise you're too likely to crack. Yeah.
I mean, actually, is this a take?
No,
So she is still too good here, probably.
no, she should double.
Yeah.
He's not taking this.
Yeah, clear pass. Oh, you know what? I have this in for money. Let me put it in for a match. Make sure it's not too good. Oh no, it is too good.
Would you have cleared the 7 there?
I didn't
Was
see
that
it.
3-2?
Oh,
Yeah, 3-2
and no, absolutely not. You want this, like, you need this cracking number right here. Like I'm making it so that 25 numbers crack the board because he's got a great position if he hits another shot. So this allows her to prevent a lot of wins. And now this is the DT approved play.
Yeah, but it's way too late.
It's too late. Yeah, that makes sense. Good. She knows to hit on the 5 and not the 1. You want to force those checkers to stay down there if you can. And now I think he just wants to fan, right? That's his best way to win
Yeah,
this.
really, he has to for about 8 rolls. Too bad. There goes the first 5. It's a 3-5, isn't it? Or is it
3-2.
3-2.
So what is she looking at? Now she's looking at clearing, and I think she should. Right?
No,
You don't clear one of those points?
no. You should just run. Right here.
Wouldn't that be pure?
No, because you're not, you want the board to crash. You won't put anything else on the board to crash. I just said. First, there's the 5, or then you need to clear. Just in 1 second. Keep it going.
3 to play?
What's that?
3 to
Sorry.
play or 1? No, I can see.
3 to play.
Oh, no, I just.
Oh, that's right. Did she play that, Levy? All right.
That's why you keep it. You gotta keep it. No. You gotta come in and leave the shot. 6 and 5 is a hit. You get hit. No, you go leave the flat there. Go 7, 6. 8, 5, 7, 6. That's much better.
Yeah. Channeling her in her DT. Ooh, great number by Carol. She's going to realize a lot of gammons here. His board's already crashed.
You only have 1 dead checker. This is rebuildable. Make it stronger.
Better than it was.
Better.
4-2. Can you see it, dude?
No.
Oh, looks like 4-1 to me.
That's right. Keep going for that.
Yep, 4-1. Two five.
Keep it pure. 2, 6 to 1.
So Neil's obviously hoping to make the 6 first. But here comes his shot. So Neil's going to have 3s and 4s, 20 numbers. And yep, threes were duped to cover. I think. Yeah, not that three. Okay, so he's just making the board. I think I would have come around, but I don't know really these positions.
He's gonna have to come off the two here.
With the board.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of immediate shots. That makes sense. Yeah, I think I would create covers or hitting numbers when she just comes in with like a 5-2 or a 6-1, and she has to come out. All assuming we hit, of course. I see no twos, just a one. That's pretty good for her. Although I guess it might buy him time to get off the gammon. Probably not though. He's got a hit.
Can't get off without a hit.
Why not let her play a two here and
Yes.
run from the front?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. It does.
I guess like 6-3 and 6-2 and 5-2 are already blotting numbers. So maybe not. Maybe you don't give the double 2 and 2-1. So this is just a 5. Double shots.
Second.
Wow. I doubt he's been rolling this way to get here.
Carol has those.
Yeah, right. So we got a 6-3. Oh, 8 checkers left.
She'll
Maybe
gammon
9.
him in 2 shakes, so she's been playing this at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, and the way he's rolling.
I'm talking BG.
BG.
Bring up the chant.
Gotta start the chant. What do you think, Dan? You running from the front of your you coming off at 22, or are you leaving it there?
I think you have to come off from the back because she'll the ones play off the ace, she'll make her play the 2 from the
Yeah, come off the.
You don't want that checker to be, if you come off the back, it's that checker. How you do?
Doomed. Doomed is
Roll the deuce now, which is okay, nothing's wrong out there. Now you come up and get a double shot. Or 2 big numbers. You get a lot more by going roll the deuce now than that. If
Neil disagrees.
he does this, now, all you do is 2 shots.
yeah, he made my play though, so
Right.
yeah, I saw it. You're saying that was wrong.
Right. Because
I mean, Neil is like #1 in the world. I assume he's right.
Yeah, but I think
I'm
DT
telling you
plays
what.
more back games.
not in this, not in this case.
No one has every one of these positions.
Well, the only good news for Neil is when Carol backgammons him here, it's only 3 points and not 6.
Better hurry now, my God. He's gonna have
Did he just roll 2-1 again?
Yeah.
Chant, yeah.
Look at him holding the follow through. He's so annoyed. How many 2-1s in a row is that? 3? Yeah.
2, 1, 2.
But what's he looking at? There's only one way to play it, right? You need your ones to be crossovers, don't you? Oh, maybe not, because your 3s and 2s aren't.
Well, you get your 3s over 2.
And you do get 2 rolls, so I guess this probably makes more sense. It's like a bear off situation, I think. All right, Carol.
Carol's doing the flare thing. Here they come. Oh,
Wow.
Oh my
frick.
God.
Ah, 1 cross.
Wow, he's lucky she didn't get the cube in. This would have been
Unbelievable.
brutal for him. Got him talking. All right, you need better 5-2 or better. Can't have a 3 or a 4. Oh, it can have that 3. Wow. All right, 3-1.
Can't make that.
Yeah.
I saw Fury in the club roll 2 ones in a row to get DG once. The last 2 rolls.
I-
The only thing that would do it. He did it. I just had 4 in a row.
It was, yeah.
Our first game.
I remember a couple scary cubes early on. Didn't Cameron eat first before? He did. So I remember the scary cubes. Yeah, I tend to do a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna go see if I can find us some.
Commentators?
Yeah, I'm so tired. I don't.
I don't know, I'll try
I'm just
it, man.
kind of.
I don't
I'm
know.
just sitting here watching.
I'm not really, I don't know if there's supposed to be players, so I'm not
No, it's all right.
Give me one. This one in. Roll
Give,
into,
give
roll
me,
into,
give me the big ones and
yeah.
one point at a time.
Well, Cameron, yes. Almost beat. Okay, ready?
Before I watch the show, why waste a good dirty man?
There you go. Best part, she was licking her fingers after she was that cheese flavor. You better grab some sugar. Get it all.
So you still waiting for the finals of your
So far. Well, and both Jim and Bill Riles were still at the consolation. So they're playing consolation matches.
Okay, I'm back. I've got Frank Talbot coming. That should be really good. What do we got going on here? So, Carol is just trying to race this off. She's got to be way ahead in the race, right? Maybe not way ahead. I'll do a quick count. So Carol has 99, and Neil has 43, 73, 82, 92, 102, 112, 116, I believe. So 17 pips minus the 8 means 9 pips up. So he wants to maintain as much contact as he can, assuming my count's correct. But how would he do that? Oh, that's interesting, because this number kind of forces him to reduce the contact. So I guess he'll probably, if my count's right, it seems like he'll probably bring one checker down to the 9 and shift to the 3. It's not a very pretty play, but I don't think you can give up the contact from the 13 point. Let's see what XG Mobile says. Where's the cube? I guess that's relevant. Okay, it's still centered. And then we'll see if the count's right as well. Yeah, so the mic's right here on the computer. Neil's just right here, like Yeah, and you can see it from here or there. They should be able to hear you from there though.
Neil's red.
Yeah, and Neil just rolled a double 2 and was deciding whether or not to keep the contact. I thought he was down 8 or 9 in the race after the play, so I thought this was probably going to be his play.
Well, in the race, you just gotta roll it out. Oh, good roll for Carol. Double 3.
Oh yeah, this should. I mean, that's actually probably a market loser.
Well, it depends on the race.
It was.
She's gotta play in crossover. Crossover is part of the race.
Oh yeah, you have to take them both in. You're racing. You race. You don't. You don't hold.
And now you
It's
gotta count the
so
race.
the pure play is in almost always. I don't know why Carol's way up in the race. I'm pretty sure.
She's pretending that she has to clear the point, but she doesn't. Not to double. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8.
6-2, actually.
She's not like.
Oh,
this is
6-3.
good.
Yeah, she was up 16
Was.
pips.
Not up there.
Was.
Now she's down.
Now it's just race. Well, he's got to count. So he's taking the time to count.
Right.
Carol did not do that. Which is important.
But she played it. But she
Okay, just race. Well, she kind of duped her threes for crossover. That was pretty good. She played different.
So Carol is a pretty big dog in this now, actually.
What's that? Double fours?
Nope. Fourth.
That's the
4-3.
That's the Carol Rolo double fours.
So 6-2 for Neil.
What's the race now? Double sixes.
A lot better.
Now Carol's got to stop and count.
Yeah, it's 56 to 40. Like this is going to be such a huge pass. I hope she.
Okay, so 10, 20.
Yeah, so it's 40 to 52. I mean, she has to be like 84%, I would think. Like just really, really 86%, as it turns out.
10 on 12. 12 pips. Double pass.
Yeah, clear pass.
Double pass. It's too like my most of them. So let me
All right, so 4-1.
Neil's won EBT this year too, right?
Yeah, I think they both have. Maybe not. I have to look. Let's see.
He won Vegas last year. And Carol came in second in Atlanta. So this is their second finals this year.
Yeah, she's been hot. She lost.
She lost to Minnesota. I think she got to the finals.
Final
Or
three.
semis.
I think she got to the final 3. To Judd and Judd. Strong opening for Neil. Oh, wait. You just go ahead and make 3 points. Don't worry about the block.
Yeah, are you the heavy guy? Okay, cool. I'm glad you're the heavy guy. I figured we should. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So
She played down in the race. So it should really. So Neil makes a point double. It's gonna be one first. Run those guys out. No, you ran out.
What's that, Mark?
Well,
Actually, you can do both.
yeah.
What's the count here, Ben?
What? 30, 60, 90, 105 to, yeah, 105 to a lot less.
You go 6 and 5.
Or a lot more, I mean.
Now, double this.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any bad numbers?
Well, 6-1.
Oh!
You had bad numbers. Well, 6-1, 6 is 3.
The way he's been rolling this match,
5-1.
I'm surprised he didn't just saltily say, I guess I have to give cash.
You guys have to know, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
this is a funky number for Kiro because it's got a stacked 3-point.
And now it seems like he has to be too good again. Or maybe the race is a lot closer. So.
Well, he's still way up in the race, but Kiro's position got kind of. I think it's and Kiro's probably going to have shots.
98 to 115. This should still be a pass though, right?
Kiro makes the 5 or 4 point. It's kind of over when she rolls.
So he thinks he's too good still, I think.
No,
It's a pass. Like I don't see how he ever thinks that it's no double. He knows that this is really good for him. He's got to be too good. Like I think he's too good. And it ends up being a pass by .04.
I think with the double 5s, he made the 3 point.
Well, he still thinks he's too good, right? But he's only.
He must. I mean, I can't imagine. Maybe he's miscounting the race. I suppose it's possible.
Oh, splitting when your waist stuck?
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Do that, she has to be ready to take.
I guess he. Maybe he
She
did
wouldn't have
think
split if she
that.
wasn't going to take, right?
And, you know, if Kiro was pointing, I just got 3 shots. Reduced shot.
Yeah. It was. So even after you split, it's supposed to be double pass. So.
So maybe Neil's scared her. Kiro's a deep taker.
Yeah, maybe. I mean.
Or as part of the strategy, hope she takes a pass. That's where you get those passes. Like that, but she didn't call for it.
So you're not supposed to split. I know she kind of plays pure where she gets split quickly and tries to move up, but after your opponent makes a 3-point, their best game is to blitz, and you do not split into that.
In the old days, you always split.
Right. She really needs that anchor. He's gonna blitz. Oh,
That's a good one.
Wow! Now she's gonna blitz.
The blitz goes back and forth.
4-6 dances.
This is the doubleness.
I mean, it might not be that bad. I wouldn't probably, but.
Anchor up and walk down. Do the anchor, Kiro. He's only got 3 far in front. She's leaving it open. Makes it 8 point and queens to that too.
Yeah.
Well, 8 blocks at 2 point. Oh, I
That's
know.
Mike's live.
She knew she was gonna roll 5
Oh,
points.
of course.
Okay, now what? She made the exit point and he came in. So
She's angry. Oh, she's bad.
she could run away. Well, she else just leaves more blacks. Or more shots. Not that one. Safety. Okay. Neil's helping for me. You got it. Oh, wow. Great number. Four numbers. Come back. Lead and split. Slide. That's it. Yes. Okay, now what? You gotta make the 4.
Might as well.
You gotta make the 4. Make the 4. It's just there's no 3.
There's nothing else.
No.
Yes.
So Well, the alternative is to go stack them in 13, stack them in 5 part. Tough to do.
It would be a lot easier.
Can you solve for 30 minutes? 6-5. Nice.
I heard that.
So it's
And away. And it's a winning play.
yeah. And it actually
6-4 makes a point. Points are more blocking. 5-2. Just 2 down. You know. Yeah. You can't break. Okay. This is not very good for Carroll. He's got many numbers and makes the five. Carroll takes it.
This is probably what he was playing for this whole match.
See right here. Carroll needs a good number. 6-2 is the best pieces of it. That's good. Okay, slash. One more spot.
And that was a 230 pass.
Makes it was a pass.
Yeah, 230. Yeah, big one.
Kill your sixes.
She's holding.
Yeah, keep rolling those 6.
No, she probably should have broke her 6 points the last row.
Yeah, you're gonna break it like 100% of the time anyway. So you just break it now and hope to not crack so bad later. Well, I mean here it's interesting because
No, he's not cracking. She was gonna crack. She should have killed the 6 with a 3. What do you got now?
2-3. I mean it's in the position it would have been, and she did give herself a chance to not crack at all. I mean there were immediate rolls. In general, I would have cracked already as well. I'm just not sure. Oh, now I think you want her to crack one more, don't you?
Yeah, it's a really nice distro build chunks.
Oh, it's true. Makes a lot of sense.
Keep her 5-point board now. Come on. You need it if you're
Any play, it only works if you're blocking 6s, and there are 6s on punching your board in.
Right. Good point.
I am.
Okay, good fun.
But
Another double one. He keeps holding the follow through when he rolls these numbers. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. We're losing. Lost the signal.
Is that your phone, Ben?
Yeah.
Frankly,
Um,
I'm in no rush. And I don't
No, you might as well.
yeah.
Sorry guys, we'll try to get this. There we go. Yeah. Oh no, actually this is the double one. Yeah. All right. Apparently we do not have internet access.
Yeah.
Understand what's going on.
Is it there?
Yeah, join me,
Oh,
please.
you've got a tablet on your.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it can go anywhere. This is now it went back to the same double one. I suppose it's possible that it cut out on that side, not this side. Yeah, let me go double check that it's not actually down over there.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
That included. Yes.
Well, that's probably just the connection here.
Ship puzzles.
Because it was fine.
Oh, you have upstairs.
Never showed back. Yeah, you can't become the.
Yeah. You mean last change? No, actually, everybody does it differently. Sometimes I try to organize the colors. Like I try to put up here. Yeah, I like put up here. So it may look like a mess, but I have a actual picture of where things. Then everybody can buy grab pieces. No, I think that means the whole purpose of making a movie. So the whole idea is bringing in some people. I try to keep this straight. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. I don't know about that. You can do it. Apparently, there's a whole collection. I didn't get it. Bought it at Sunday Saturday. Choose the subject. See that green part there? Dark green with the lighter green.
Monochrome jigsaw was a good idea. Mental torture. Yeah, I knew it was you. I didn't want to play these things.
I know.
But the guy who plays the back game up 3-away, 8-away, you never know what he thinks is worthwhile mental torture.
I knew it when I did it. I knew it was all wrong, and I did it. I had to do it to you.
Well, I appreciate it.
I know you
I was
did.
not unhappy about it. I was very happy about it.
You actually played really well too.
Thanks.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, every once in a while, I'll play the back game. Get some practice because I force a decent amount of back games in my own club. Because even if I don't play them as well as say David Todd, I can still teach how to play.
Mr. Joe Schmo.
Well, now that I'm playing D-Masters, I'm not going to play.
Back game masters award?
One of the yard.
Easy peasy, baby. Easy peasy. See how we loaded this line? No problem. Easy. Easy peasy, he said.
I thought this was.
How's that working out?
Well, I'm still on your mission.
Oh, I tried looking at it. I know. It's
So we lost the net deck.
Yeah, and I lost on this really horseshit sequence just so I could do commentary. No, I can't even do commentary.
What? You lost? Oh, you just lost your match.
Yeah.
Oh.
To free myself up for this.
Oh, well, that was nice of you, but
It was.
we didn't have to make that sacrifice.
I mean, busted the guy's back in. Instant 24. He's against 2 6 checkers from 5 prime. The 3 of them are not at the end of. Keeps hitting the current board, rolls us.
I have to get my horse when we record our
Exactly. I don't tell bad news stories, but you know,
In this
since
case-
it's part of an extended joke, I'm telling a bad news story.
I did.
Because I don't see the point of telling bad news stories because for every bad news there's a news story.
Oh, you don't have.
Close to one. That one and the next one I would have gotten most land that. And then 2 more I would have won for fun.
You won your side pool money that?
No,
Yeah.
because,
That's really important.
yeah. Oh, no, I would have gotten my side bet money back.
Oh.
I lose that side pool, like.
No.
It was the laptop. They got unplugged. There wasn't even anything out
I
here.
mean, I was saying, I lost on this real PS sequence just so I could do commentary.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
then I can do it.
I'm sure the viewers
I
appreciate
can't get the right link from Facebook.
I think the link could have changed.
Yeah,
at this
because the
point.
link that was showing on Facebook just shows Garber and Kazaross.
Let me see which Wi-Fi is connected to.
Like I hand copied that link and then sent it and then realized that was the wrong link.
Oh yeah, this one. Commentary. All right, let me get on Facebook and edit it.
If you can. And then I'll just copy it.
It should be.
Unless you can send it through Messenger.
It should be on here.
Okay, so I'll do commentary.
Yeah, we can definitely do commentary.
4-1.
All right, they're starting back up, guys.
4-1 slot. That's a good reply. Neil hits.
I would look here because the mic's here.
Yeah.
That way we can.
Neil hits. I would just anchor up here. You don't have to force.
Guys, please.
More
we're doing
complicated sort
commentary.
of game here. Anchoring is solid. Now she's pretty committed to giving up a pretty large race lead.
Jeff Proctor rocks, by the way. He just sent the link to me.
Awesome. Double ace is a good reply. Harold's still hoping to go forward. 4-6 runs out. Double fives. So yes, you're not gonna try to play this back game. And do you make the 3 here, or do you slot the 4 in?
I think you just slot the 3, and then this seems like the 4th one. I just wasn't sure if maybe.
Yeah, there might be shots coming right away, so having the 3-point board right away is useful. Double sixes is definitely going to leave lots of shots. That is a horrible roll for Neil. It's going to leave 2 blots and dump stuff to the 2-point. What a terrible roll. I guess he's going to have to make the 2 with 2 checkers and leave a triple shot. I would not want to put a 3rd checker on the 2 here. So if he slots the 4 and the 3 and the 2, that would be silly. So can he duplicate anything? Make the 2-point. And then maybe, no, this is just, he's just going to have to leave 1s, 2s, and 3s, and maybe he does, I guess you do just pick up the blot, because the alternative is just too many shots against too strong a board. Yeah, this This is the play, and it duplicates threes. Yeah, good call. 4-2 misses everything. Probably just bring a checker down to the bar. But nothing really better in the offing. You want to keep the ace point here. 5-2. That's a two blur.
Yeah, there's too much glare on that.
2-4 or 2-2? Probably 2-4 because she'd be thinking about maybe advancing the rear anchor with the twos. So she's just, building her board. That's what you're doing here. You're waiting for shots. You're behind in the race. Just build your board, build your prime, and 6-1's going to be a shot.
There is no 6.
No, you just played a 6.
Oh, he just played the
10 to 4.
All right. Well, then, yes.
That was 4s.
Didn't come back?
Not as of yet.
All right. Well, maybe. Oh, all right. It switched. Mr. Jack Edelson
Is a commentator anyway.
Is a commentator?
But there's nothing really to comment on.
Well, they were just getting back to it.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Carol.
I mean, we shouldn't, obviously, we shouldn't be, at some point, that's you can connect to David Clausen.
right
here. 6-1 demonstrates that there's a lot of work to be done.
I mean, what do you do other than hitting? Huh? What do you do with the one if you do hit?
Just some 5-4 or something. I mean,
maybe just stack the 7.
Yeah, so you're giving him good 2s and good 6s. I mean, you have the anchor. You need to hit shots to win. And you're giving him too much chance to run out if you don't hit, I think. I don't like running to the ace, though. You want to just keep that possibility of making that more compact, making the best board you can. He is trying to maybe duplicate the aces, but that's only going to save maybe one number.
Where do you play the ace?
5-4 is my preference. Lifting was another idea. I didn't even think of that.
It looks like Mobile says it just play 13-7 there.
Huh. $5-1 is a good return, though.
Great return.
If Neil stays out, it's going to be very troubling for him. That did not go through the box, which unfortunately for Neil. Double 6s did go through the box, so Carol has to have a cube here.
Your 3s are duplicated, otherwise you could think about rolling on, I think, but like you don't really have a lot of just big hit cover numbers.
With 5 back and Neil trying, I don't imagine this is too good. Double 5s makes some okay non-3, non-ace, I guess. Oh, I didn't even see that play. That works pretty well if it works. Probably right. Neil rolls a very nice 4-3 though. Anchoring on her head. What more could he want? Carol should be regretting not cashing a roll or two ago because this has gone very well for Neil now. He's a clear favorite. And he thinks about Cuban. Still has some sizable work to do, and Neil decides it's too much. 5-2 is not bad. That's the game plan, right? You want to get those back guys moving, spreading that block. Not many rolls that punish this. That ain't one of them. And
this
now Neil
has
has to
be a
cube. And he reaches over for the doubling cube.
He lost his market. He could play on here according to mobile.
Oh, this is a too good?
Mm,
Yeah, it's a
right on
toss
the
up
edge,
on
yeah.
the too good according to the computer. And Carol rightly passes.
It's on Facebook now. Yeah.
Is it like a very recent post or is it just an edit of the old one?
No, I reposted it as well.
All right, so 5-4. I apologize if I'm going to be a bit distracted for about 10
All right.
seconds here.
So Carol rolls a 3-1, makes her 5 point.
Multi-stream, restream.
Right there.
Is this going?
Oh no, that's not it. Hold on.
This is 3 minutes ago. This is 5 minutes ago. Oh, I see it. I see it.
Did it come up now?
Yeah, I see it. 6 minutes ago. It's no.
Okay. Apparently, restreams. Posting. So Carol really needs a 6 or an 8 here. It's not going to do it. And we've seen this position already with Neil where he, it was similar, where he did not double. He did have some work to do.
Yeah, with that 1.4, when you're varying as an ace point game, if you start rolling some odd sixes of some sort, you can leave shots. But we're not even going to come to that point necessarily because Carol just rolled a very nice 6-2 and a good return by Neil, hitting her right back. But there were definitely about 10 returns here or more. And this is one of them. Neil's in huge trouble. If he stays out, he definitely can't take any cube if it comes. He enters, but it's still rough. Carol definitely has to double this. I mean, you've got about 16, 18 shots from the bar. And if we had Art here, he'd be telling us how many shots there were from the bar without even looking. But, and they're just killers. They're just killers, and the bad rolls aren't too bad.
Wow, she rolled.
She decided not to double and rolled a hitter. And Neil stays out. Now...
I hope she's playing on.
Being too good, Bill. Probably, yeah, this is... I mean, if Neil anchors up on the 3, it's still tough for him to take a cube because he might be leaving another blot with that 3. I think this is a play on. Carol thinks differently. And she's the one in the final, so I will defer to her.
It was a double the roll before.
Yeah, double take the roll before.
And then after the hit,
double ones hit. I don't know if you should have shifted with those double ones, actually. Wipe out one of those anchors, maybe, instead of hitting.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
I think you should have shifted 4 to 3 with those double aces to wipe out an anchor. Let's see what the bot thinks. No, she made the right play by far with those aces.
Yeah.
And then after the stayed out, it must have been too good because it's 0.95 before.
Yeah, it was slightly too good, yeah.
All right. So 5-5, even match. Plenty of excitement and interest for the spectators. Double twos, nice shot. So a nice early edge to Neil Kaz, but a very fine 5-4. Always love to get that 5-4 from the bar, anchoring up.
So now Neil is kind of having to choose between bearing the checker and running out. He should be way ahead in the race, right? So you just run. Try to get away. 5-2.
5-2, sort of a nothing sort of roll.
It seems like you slot the 4.
Yeah, that's probably the best of a bad lot of options. Hitting doesn't accomplish a thing. Coming down leaves a shot. If you're going to leave a shot, you want to do it in a more productive fashion, right? If you're going to leave a shot anyway, you might as well slot a point you really want to make, unstack a heavy point.
Right.
Leaving a shot, just figure out, I've got to leave a shot. Where can I do it that'll do me some good if I missed? Obviously, it's not the only consideration, but it's a big one. Ace-5, he's going to come in deep and hit her. Good return by Carol. Carol just finished third in Minnesota, so 2 straight excellent tournaments for her, and I've heard Neil has had some success in his career as well.
And Neil actually is having a good year. He's cashed in 3 tournaments now: New York, Vegas, and now here.
Probably not making the bar point. Giving up the mid to leaving a direct doesn't. It's obviously not the point you want to make, but a 2-6 from the bar, it worked pretty well. So double 3 is an excellent follow-up for Carol. Has to figure out how she's going to play these last 2, but these sort of seem to come out pretty naturally. 3-1, good reply, hits. This will be a long struggle. Both tech players have a bunch of checkers that they need to get around and try to obstruct and hit.
Double 5 does a good job of that.
Yes.
Although she played the first 3 very fast. I think you have to look at bringing all 3. Yeah, she's looking at it now.
Yeah. Or not, no, she was just pointing at that point, I think.
Oh.
But 6-5, it's a good shake, makes a point. 4-3, not a good shake at all. She's going to have to put something deep or run off that anchor, which just seems way too. Well, the alternatives are terrible, though. To do this, the 4 is in for sure. Do not want to bury another checker on the 2 point. I mean, she has the better board, but running still has to be. I don't know. Do you think of running here with the 4-3?
Oh. It looks like the pure play, but I just don't.
It's a tough. You hate to run off that anchor, and I guess you can afford to bury 1 checker. So I think her play's probably right. 1-2 is a good shake there. Six blur.
Yeah, just in the back. Okay. But 6-6 is an interesting number actually. That's 1, 2, 3 of them. She has to play 1 more.
Yeah. She's got to hit and go to the 2.
Right.
You're not putting 5 checkers on the 2. You're putting 4 checkers on the 2. It's at least hitting does something constructive. It's actually fewer shots, and it's just better all around. And she'll find it, and she does.
So from the roof, he is still pretty. I guess he is a favorite here. Okay, I had to look. I really wasn't sure, but it seemed like.
Yeah, I mean Carol's position's a mess. Ooh, that 6 is interesting. I guess he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't want to give those checkers on the 2 point something productive to do.
Yep, and he got that right. And what did he roll? What did
5-2.
she roll? 5-2
or something. Yeah.
Oh, and so she can't both cover the 4 and save the outside checker.
Yeah, so she does the natural thing, just make the good point. Neil, I think pretty clearly, rightly decides against cubing, rolls a 4-1. And that's a 5-6, just plays a 5, no 6, it's killed.
So when do you double in this situation?
Maybe after this. Might depend on if Carol